clear. Hi, TK31718 here. Working for Darth Vader sure is tough. And I experience a lot of different feelings and a lot of different emotions here on the Death Star. But what I find helpful is talking about those feelings and talking about those emotions with my family and my fellow stormtroopers. And even sometimes I find reading a book can be really helpful too. So today I'm going to read a story with you. But before we do that, I would like you to go ahead and grab a few things. Please go ahead and get about 4 or 5 pieces of paper, as well as something to write with. So either some markers, some crayons, or some colored pencils. Why don't you go ahead and pause the video right now and go grab those things. So the book I'm going to read with you today is called Star Wars, Search Your Feelings, Galactic Basic Edition by Calliope and Caitlin Kennedy. Excited. Long before he turned to the dark side, oh so scary, little Anakin, just a boy, was quite the contrary. He wanted to fight for what was right, so he gave Qui-Gon the slip. And with R2 he flew into space and blew up a battleship. Anakin was excited, elated, ecstatic. He knew he had saved the day. He would begin Jedi training and learn from the best. He wanted to start right away. Jealous. Anakin Skywalker is strong in the Force and a very powerful Jedi. He wants a promotion to Master, of course, which the Council is quick to deny. Anakin Skywalker is stuck as a knight, and the rejection hurts his pride. He's jealous, resentful, and bitter, you see. He's heading toward the dark side. Hopeful. One bright star is how it all began, the rebellion, the resistance, the princess with the plan. Leia understood. She knew the Empire's demands. Her ship was under attack. She held the future in her hands. Hopeful, she hurried and hid her treasure well. All because of Leia. We have the greatest tale to tell. Confused. These aren't the droids you're looking for, the old man calmly stated. But the stormtroopers were confused, mixed up, and agitated. For these were the droids the troopers needed. Surely the old man was wrong. But Obi-Wan just waved his hand, and the troopers said move along. Go ahead and pause the video and talk about a time that you felt confused. Confident. A secret mission, an important task. Obi-Wan needed a ride, no questions asked. Han offered his service, confident, not nervous. After all, the Falcon was fast. Calm. Calm and steady, strong and still, reaching out with pure will. Yoda stands a master Jedi, cane in hand, head held high. He feels the Force flowing and flexing, and raises up a dripping X-Wing. Anxious. A protocol droid in a chair, as anxious as could be. He rose from the ground and spun through the air and shrieked like a banshee. The Ewoks were very impressed. They thought 3PO was a god. But it was really Luke using the Force as the Ewoks oohed and awed. Go ahead and pause the video and talk about a time that you felt anxious. Sad. A droid is made up of many a part, but if you didn't know it, you'd think R2 had a heart. Luke's faithful friend, the droid long served him well, but when the Jedi disappeared, into despair R2 fell. For years the droid sat, he sulked and he pined, feeling sad and blue, R2 had been left behind. Where was his master? Would he see him again? R2 waited and wondered, and longed for his friend. Lonely. A Jedi master on an island, Luke knows Octu from beach to highland. He knows its caves, its craggy shores. He wanders around and does his chores. He goes to the temple and reads some old books. He sits by himself, and sometimes he cooks. The sole human around, the one and the only. He thinks he's okay, but I think he's lonely. Angry. Kylo Ren had anger issues. I think that's safe to say. He smashed his own helmet and ruined an elevator and blew up a hangar bay. Then again, his boss had called him a failure. So can you blame him for being a bit mad? Let's all agree that Snoke is the reason why Kylo's such an angry lad. Go ahead and pause the video and talk about a time that you felt angry. Frustrated. This frustrated Wookiee's vexation has porgs as its chief aggravation. They're so cute it's cloying. There's nothing more annoying than adorable porg infestation. Happy. A pilot and a droid. Is there any bond quite so tight? If Poe and BB-8 are apart, something just doesn't feel right. These two are meant to be together. Sure, that may sound sappy, but that's when they reunite. They are both just so darn happy. Was that the end of the book? I have a bad feeling about this. I thought that was my line. Dear, oh dear. Okay, now we're going to do an activity that has to do with the story we read together today. So what I'd like you to do is go ahead and grab those materials that I asked you to get in the beginning of the video. First, what we're going to do is we're going to grab one of our pieces of paper and we're going to write my feelings across the top, and we're going to write 5 boxes down the side, and next to the boxes, we're going to write a line right next to it. Go ahead and pause the video while you do your drawing. Next, what we're going to do is I would like you to choose 5 feelings from the story that maybe you've experienced recently. And with those 5 feelings, we're going to assign each of those feelings to a color. So for me, I chose happy and chose the color pink. I also said sad and chose the color blue. I also picked angry and chose the color red. I picked confused and chose the color green. And last, I picked anxious, which also means worried, and I chose the color black for that one. So with another piece of paper, what I'm going to ask you to do next is I would like you to draw an outline of a lightsaber. Now, I chose Kylo Ren's, but you could choose any lightsaber you want from Star Wars. So go ahead and pause the video and take a moment to do your drawing. So next, what I'd like you to do is, using your color chart, what I'd like you to do is color in your lightsaber based on the feelings you've chosen. So as you can see for mine, I have a good bit of pink in here because I've been feeling happy because I get to spend extra time with my family. I also have some blue in here because I'm feeling sad because I haven't had a chance to see too many of my Stormtrooper friends. I also have red in here, and red is angry because I was supposed to play in a hockey tournament at Hoth, and that got canceled. I do have a little bit of confused in here. We're supposed to have Stormtrooper graduation, and I'm kind of confused on when we're going to have that graduation. And lastly, I have my black and my anxious and my worried because, to be honest, I'm a little worried about how long our galaxy is going to be the way it is right now. So that's our activity today, feelings lightsabers. If maybe you don't want to decorate a lightsaber, but you still want to do a feelings activity, another thing you could do is you could just color in a heart based on the feelings you identified on your feelings chart. Or one other thing you could do is maybe you want to do a feelings pizza. So you could do a feelings pizza based on your feelings chart. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope you enjoy the activity.